Hello, I'd like to show you guys a new feature to the MBLab add-on that I created. Basically, it allows the creation of new facial expressions, and then we can apply them on all one of the characters or all the phenotypes of the same character. So, just a quick background. So, let's open um, the Humanoid Library, which basically is the library with all the characters that MBLab imports and then allows us to modify. So there are the human female and then the human male, right? These, if you notice, if you just create a character by default, it brings in those two characters. There are other ones like the anime, right? Anime male and anime female, right? But anyway, I'm gonna concentrate on the two characters, the human male and the human female. All the other male characters and all the other female characters are a riff on these ones. So they just modify uh, different features, and however we do it currently with parametric modification, right? So let's quickly show how we can do that. First of all, let's create a character. By the way, I use my own version of MBLab. What I do is I keep my own version so I have more control, and then I pull in like specific features from the official one whenever I need it. So I think this I also uploaded or pushed this particular feature that I'm explaining right now to the official one as well. So you should find them in both versions. However, the GUI might be different. Just a heads up. Anyway, so let's create a character. Right, so here's the character, and first of all, what I'd like to do is I'd like to create a new expression. So in order to do that, I'll go here and then I'll create two new shape keys, or the basis shape key and then the actual shape key that we'd like to import. Now, the trick here is the shape key has to start, the shape key name has to start with the word expressions. And then after that, you can just give it anything else. So I'll just call it test nose, for example, just so that we can easily find it. Now that we created the shape key, now let's modify or make the modification for that shape key. So let's go into edit mode, Alt H to unhide any vertices that might be hidden. Now, one trick I kind of learned the hard way is the best way to create expressions is by using the proportional editing. However, with proportional editing, say click this, I want to do a lip curl, for example. I say move G, and then you notice this is the sphere of influence of the move. Now, if I move it, you'll see that I can't really move the upper lip by itself. It's very hard to do, right? So the way to get around that is by going to the proportional editing tool and selecting the connected only. And then once you do that, it will only move the connected vertices. So the lip, the upper lip and the lower lip are not connected. So when I start moving this guy, you'll see that I move the only the upper lip, right? So this is a good way of controlling what the facial expression that you want. Also, if you don't want the mirroring, you can go to tools and then options, and you can disable X mirroring. I'll keep it on for now. So let's create a quick, simple sort of facial expression here. I'll do a quick nose, right? So here it is. A very simple kind of thing. So now if I go back to object mode, you'll see that the expression or the facial expression, the new shape key is working. Now quickly, I'd like to show you something. If you look at the files that will change, I just want to show you which files change when you do this operation, right? So if I do get status, sorry, right? You'll see that there is no file changed in the lab except for this guy, which I was making some changes to, but that's not relevant, right? Now, if we go to the MBLab expressions and say I want to apply that expression I made on all the different phenotypes, so all the all the female characters, I just hit apply to all phenotypes and say import expression. Once that's done, if I do get status again, you'll see that several files have changed. These files describe what the expressions are. So they describe the change that needs to be done to the mesh in order to perform the expression. If we quickly open one of these guys, you'll see it lists the expression name and then a bunch of coordinates per vertex. So this shows you how, this describes how the vertex move pretty much in the mesh. Anyway, so the idea here is once we applied the change, it takes effect on all the characters. So all the characters will have that new expression that we just created. And just to kind of prove it, if we open this file again and we look for tests, you'll see that's the expression that we just created right here, and with all the different coordinates. So now let's see how that will look. So let's we'll need to reload Blender again to see the changes. Now once you're in, let's create a new character. This time let's just to prove that the changes apply to all the characters. So let's say the Asian female and create the character. Now let's finalize it. Alright, so once it's finalized, you'll see that if we select the character and we go to the shape keys, the expression that we just created is right here. Expression nose, that's the test nose, right? And then if we move it, it does exactly what we wanted, but on a different character now. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to keep creating different expressions for different characters. Just create the expression for the main female character and the expression for the main male character, and then you apply them to all the different characters. Right, so let's create a different character just to prove our point. So let's do the African female, create, and let's finalize it. Right, so now if you select it, you'll see the test nose is there, and if you change it, it will do the same action. Anyway, that's it's kind of nice. I already created a few that I wanted to create, and I added them also to the face rig. So just to show you the new ones that I did. So say create face rig, right? You'll see I have now a lip curl, right, and the lip stretch and so on. So let's just show how this, right? And then going down, and then lip stretch. So these are, I think I already uploaded those on my Git version, so you can get them readily. Anyway, if you guys create new facial expressions, please share it because it will be useful for everyone. Okay, hopefully you found that useful.